This 4-day itinerary in the coffee region will guide you through the famous Cocora Valley, with its breathtaking landscapes and picturesque villages of the region. We begin our tour in Salento, one of the most picturesque villages in the region, famous for its colorful houses, craft shops, and cozy cafes along the Calle Real, the main street of the town. In Plaza de Bolívar, the heart of this town, you will find the Parroquia de Nuestra Señora del Carmen, built in the 19th century and completed in 1865. The church, with its yellow and red facade, reflects the typical architecture of colonial villages in the area. Inside, it is decorated with statues and stained glass windows depicting religious scenes that reflect devotion to the Virgin of Carmen. Another spot for a spectacular view of Salento and the valley can be found at the Mirador Alto de la Cruz. Salento is also the starting point to visit the famous Cocora Valley, one of Colombia's most iconic landscapes. You can reach it by car if you have one, or by taking a Willis, the famous collective jeeps that drop you off right near the entrance ticket booth to the valley. There are various hiking routes of different lengths to admire the breathtaking landscapes, wildlife, and local flora, including the majestic wax palms, Colombia's national tree, which can reach up to 70 meters in height. On the second day, we continue our itinerary by visiting the Botanical Garden del Quindío, which spans about 5 hectares and houses a large collection of native plants from the region. This garden is not only a place of beauty but also an environmental education center. Within it, you can admire various species of tropical plants, including orchids, palms, and a rich variety of local flora. The plants are arranged to recreate the different ecosystems of Quindío, such as the tropical rainforests, creating a path that guides visitors through the area's biodiversity. This botanical park offers an ideal environment for observing over 90 bird species, including hummingbirds. One of the most extraordinary features of these birds is their ability to fly backward and hover in the air, thanks to the rapid beating of their wings, which can reach up to 80 times per second. Hummingbirds are also essential pollinators for many tropical plants. The park also has a butterfly house, a charming space housing hundreds of tropical butterflies from various regions of Colombia. This space was designed as a natural environment where the butterflies live freely in an area that simulates their natural habitat. You can stroll among the flowers and plants, watching the butterflies fly from one plant to another, and learn about their biology, life cycles, and ecological importance. We end the day with a visit to Filandia, a charming village in the department of Quindío, renowned for its well-preserved colonial architecture. The brightly colored houses and murals adorning the facades create a friendly and welcoming atmosphere. In the town center, you'll find the Iglesia de San Jose. Built in 1843, it has withstood the test of time and remains a spiritual center for the local community. Its white and blue facade, with a bell tower that rises toward the sky, is immediately recognizable and represents a perfect example of colonial architecture. One of the main attractions in Filandia is the Mirador Collina Illuminata, a viewpoint located on a hill from which you can enjoy a spectacular view of the valley, with its lush coffee plantations and the mountains on the horizon. Today we start the day in Marsella, a village about an hour away from Pereira, accessed via a road through valleys with lush vegetation and enchanting scenery. This location is famous for its well-preserved colonial architecture and its unique cemetery. The Iglesia Maria Immaculada, located in the main park, is an architectural gem that dominates the center of Marsella. Built in the early 20th century, this church is a magnificent example of Gothic revival style. As you approach the church, its imposing facade welcomes you with elegance and grandeur. Its twin towers rise majestically toward the sky. The spacious naves, adorned with stained glass windows, bathe the interior of the church in a soft light. The main altar, a fine example of neo-Gothic art, is a true work of art, intricately decorated. On the other side of the square stands the Casa de la Cultura, one of the most significant centers for promoting local and regional culture and traditions. Housed in a beautiful colonial building, this space regularly hosts art exhibitions, including paintings, photographs, and works by local and regional artists. We continue with a visit to the cemetery, founded at the end of the 19th century and dedicated to Jesus Maria Estrada. This important local figure was key to the development of the coffee industry in the area and the promotion of citizens' welfare. In addition to being a burial site, this cemetery is a valuable cultural heritage, with tombstones reflecting architectural styles and artistic features from the late 19th and early 20th centuries. To learn more about coffee culture, I recommend taking a guided tour at one of the plantations in the area. Personally, I visited Finca del Café, an ideal place to discover the secrets of producing one of the finest coffees in the world, through a 3-hour guided tour. In these small family-owned farms, traditional methods of cultivation, harvesting, and processing are followed, and visitors have the opportunity to immerse themselves in an authentic experience that explores all stages of coffee production and tasting. The coffee plantations in Santa Rosa de Cabal are cultivated at altitudes ranging from 1,200 to 2,000 meters above sea level. This high altitude, combined with the tropical mountain climate, creates ideal conditions for growing Arabica coffee, known for its rich aroma and delicate flavor. You can walk through the coffee plants admiring the plantations with their shiny leaves and white flowers that turn into clusters of red cherries. Since these ripen at different times, harvesting must be done by hand so that pickers can select only the ripe fruits. Once harvested, the cherries are processed through either the wet or dry method, depending on the traditions of the farm. At the end of the tour, you can also taste the locally produced coffee and learn to recognize the sensory characteristics of good coffee, such as aroma, acidity, sweetness, and body, noting how they differ significantly from the taste we are usually accustomed to. Beyond coffee production, the area around Santa Rosa de Cabal is known for its spectacular natural scenery and waterfalls, including the famous hot springs located in the heart of the Andean Mountains, an ideal place to spend a relaxing and rejuvenating afternoon. The mineral-rich thermal water, beneficial for the skin and health, springs from volcanic sources at 70 degrees Celsius, forming a beautiful 80-meter high waterfall. When the water reaches the pools, its temperature drops to 40 degrees, the perfect temperature for bathing. Immersing yourself in these warm waters, surrounded by lush vegetation and the soothing sound of waterfalls, is truly a paradisiacal experience. Since I have a late flight, I took advantage of the morning to take a stroll in the center of Pereira and immerse myself in the city's vibrant activity. In Plaza de Bolívar stands the majestic statue of Simón Bolívar, one of the most important leaders in Latin American history. On this square, the central meeting point of the city, stands the Cathedral Nuestra Señora de la Pobreza, built in 1890, which surprises with its remarkable internal architecture. The cathedral's vaulted ceilings, with their great height, are one of the most striking features of the interior. Made in Gothic style, they have pointed arches that rise elegantly toward the ceiling, creating a sense of space and light. The dark wooden beams, strategically placed above the naves, add a warm and natural contrast to the cold solidity of the stone structures. The cathedral's vaults and beams, combined with the large stained glass windows, create a play of light that further enriches the interior. Here ends our 4-day itinerary in the coffee region, a journey into the colonial past of this area, between villages rich in culture, lush nature, breathtaking landscapes, and unique flavors. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and activate the notification bell so you won't miss my further videos. Please give it a thumbs up as well. It will be the best reward for my work.